Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Peyton McDermott.
And I'm Jackie Myers. Let's take a look at the news. Student body officer elections are just around the corner. Potential candidates can get a petition on the Student Senate website. Completed petitions are due March 9th at 5 or 7 p.m. Elections will be April 11th and 12th for all 4 positions.
A senior ROTC cadet received a prestigious recognition this past February. Christopher Spadafora attended a conference due to his accomplishments within the program here at Bradley. Spadafora was selected to attend the 2016 Mission Command Conference. The conference took place last week in West Point, New York. He was able to engage with officers and 40 other selected senior cadets from across the country. The conference allowed cadets to learn more about the atmosphere of the military after graduation and how to be effective leaders in any role that they are placed into.
Being such a small program, since we're an extension school of Illinois State, it gives us a lot of credit and a lot of power behind the program to say, yes, these cadets are, being able to and afforded the opportunities to do something that goes above and beyond of what their college education could be or what the standard ROTC program allows for.
Congratulations to Christopher and for the ROTC program for this accomplishment. Last Thursday, Pinterest Club hosted an event open to students to come out and be creative. The event was held in the Student Center Executive Suite. Danielle Peterson has the full story.
Arctic Bash is Bradley University's Pinterest Club first event of the spring semester. They hosted a free event to Bradley students to come out and create do-it-yourself water mugs.
During this event, we had a hot chocolate bar, and students had the opportunity to turn regular white ceramic mugs into a watercolor mug by submerging it in water with nail polish in it.
The Pinterest Club had a great turnout at their event. The room was almost filled to capacity. Bradley students enjoyed their time creating mugs and socializing with friends.
All of our ideas are inspired by Pinterest, so actually at our meetings we have like a brainstorming session where everybody gets on and we split into small groups, get on our phones and are like, what do we want to do for February? So this is what everybody voted on.
30 to 40 people attend Pinterest Club meetings to help plan the different activities that they want to do at events. They currently have many students that show interest in being a part of the Pinterest Club. It is free to be a Pinterest Club member. If you are interested in joining Pinterest Club, you have to send an email to bupinterest@gmail.com to express your interest in the club. In order to become an official member of Pinterest Club, you have to volunteer at an event. For BUTV News, I am Danielle Peterson.
Monday's Wags for Mags hosted service dog training classes in Markin. They meet every other Monday and they offer 3 classes that typically last about 40 minutes. The class teaches students different commands they can use when it comes to training their service dog. Anyone is welcome to attend the training classes. In order to participate, you have to email the volunteer coordinator. Leslie Zeman is the volunteer coordinator and she tells us more about Wags for Mags.
Wags for Mags works with a local organization called Paws Giving Independence, and we work with Paws Giving Independence to get Bradley students involved in training their service dogs. So by offering these Markin training classes, we're giving Bradley students the opportunity to train service dogs.
Last Thursday, Bradley alum and former instructor Vereen Funk returned to campus to give a lecture. He spoke about his experience creating ceramic art. Ryan Southwood has the story.
Vern Funk has spent most of his life making ceramic artwork, and he had plenty to display at the Horowitz Auditorium on Thursday. He spoke about his career and life experiences and explained how they trace back to his time at Bradley.
I went to school here at Bradley University back in 1950 when they had a school of horology and not one of engineering. But I became a very skilled engraver, which I used for many years. And then I moved through a variety of schools, and then I was asked to come down to apply for the Bradley position of director of the School of Art, which they had in those days.
As he showed photos of his artwork spanning several decades, he described why he enjoys working with clay and pottery.
I taught school for 40 years, and one of the nice things about working in a field like I am in, ceramics, you can be dirty and casual and informal. You know, you didn't have to wear a tie, and students didn't have to call you Mr.
Despite his nearly 20 years of retirement, Vern remains active in the field of ceramic art. Upon his return to Bradley, he also judged artwork at the 2016 Central Time Ceramics Exhibition, an art show open to all residents of the Central Time Zone.
I'm here to present the awards, and of course to do a little talk and meet with students, and that'll be good. I miss students. I like students, and they're good.
Vern Funk's artwork covers a wide variety of subjects and demonstrates years of experience in ceramic art. Bradley would love to welcome him back for more lectures. For BUTV News, I'm Ryan Southwood.
Every semester, the Bradley Symphonic Winds puts on 2 concerts. The Symphonic Winds ended the month of February with their first concert of the semester. John McDermott has the full story.
Parents and students alike filled the seats in the main auditorium in Dingledine Hall for the Symphonic Winds concert. The band members came in and took their seats on stage, followed shortly by band director Dr. David Vroman. The concert featured many different instrumental pieces of various and contrasting styles. Each piece was hand-picked by Dr. Vroman before the start of the semester.
There's a lot of background that goes into it, knowing the literature, and then really knowing the ensemble. It's hard for me to plan ahead until I know the players that are actually performing in the group, because I will try and pick things that will feature some of the strengths that we have.
This concert also featured the talents of clarinet soloist Evan Leong. He is a double major in music and electrical engineering here at Bradley, and he continues to be active with the Symphonic Winds as well as the Peoria Symphony Orchestra.
There's no formal process for picking the soloists that we use. What I'm doing is rewarding students who have worked the hardest, who have been the most reliable, and who are the finest musicians, and giving them an opportunity to be featured as a soloist. So it's something special for them.
This is one of 2 band concerts the Symphonic Winds will put on this semester. Once this event is over, the students will begin the next practice with all new music as they get ready for the spring concert on April 28th.
I was very pleased with what they did today, and students did a great job, and they tried hard as they always do, and they worked hard, and they were attentive, and it was a great audience and a great day.
If you wish to know more about the upcoming events, please check out the Bradley University Band webpage on Bradley University's website. For BUTV News, I'm John McDermott.
Let's keep the beat going with another musical performance from last Sunday. Student recitals have begun, and for one senior, this will be his last. Seth Johnson is a senior musical performance major. His love for music has got a major boost during his first audition in high school when an older student told him he had an amazing voice that almost made her cry. He took lessons from Dr. James Remington, a vocal instructor from Bradley University, who later introduced him to Dr. Carrie Walters. Seth came to Bradley University once he graduated high school, simply because these 2 teachers had such an influence in his life. On Sunday, he performed his senior recital, singing songs from Handel, Franz Schubert, and Alberto Ginastrat, 5 popular Argentinian songs which struck a chord with Seth.
It's really interesting to get to go back and see, the historical background of it with the political oppression, and this was being such like a big statement against the government by Ginastrat, saying, I am an Argentinian composer, I have a voice, Argentina as a country has a voice, and I want you and everyone to hear that voice.
Seth plans to become a house manager at the Ohio Light Opera after he graduates this semester. Spend a few years doing independent studying and then go to grad school. We wish him the best of luck.
Monday kicked off Shamrock Week for the Kappa Delta sorority. They started off Monday by handing out free hot chocolate. Kappa Delta members passed drinks out to students on their way to class. Shamrock Week will also have a cookie sale in the library this Wednesday and Thursday night. a pizza sale at the Kappa Delta House late Friday night, and finish up with a 5K and 1 mile fun run with an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast following on Saturday morning. The proceeds will go towards preventing child abuse. For more information, please visit the Kappa Delta Shamrock Bradley's Facebook page.
Student Senate and the Marketing Department are working on updating the campus calendar. The updates will make the calendar more user-friendly and easily accessible on mobile devices. Organizations can submit their events easily to the calendar online. The goal is to make the calendar a one-stop place to find out what is happening on campus. The entire Bradley website will be revamped over the summer. Coming up, we'll have a checkout on old snowy weather with our wonderful meteorologist, and Katie will bring us some entertainment news.
We'll be right back after these messages.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to BUTV News. So, Megan, I hear there's been roller coaster weather. Are we going to get any stabilization and have some warm weather coming?
We are having warm weather. It's on the way, but it's still going to be a bit of a roller coaster with some snow, some sunshine, and a little bit of rain by the end of the week. So let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the weather. All right, so today was pretty overcast, as you can see. It was pretty normal for a winter day. But as we look into the precipitation maps, we are going to get a little bit of snow tomorrow. We can see that here. This front is going to come down and hit us around 4 a.m. We're going to get 3 to 6 inches of snow. And then later in the week, we'll see some of these rain precipitation move over towards us, and we'll hit that probably around Monday. We'll get a little bit of rain. And looking into the temperature map now, we do have this blue diagonal. It's our cold weather, but we have a bit of warm weather coming in from the west, which will hit us this weekend. So it's not going to be that cold for that long. We'll get probably a little bit of cold tomorrow and Friday, and then into the weekend, the temperatures are going to start picking up as we get this western front coming over. And looking into the 5-day forecast, like I said, tomorrow is going to be a little bit of snow, 3 to 6 inches. So if you do have your cars parked in the parking lots, the police are mandating that you move your cars for snow removal. We'll get 3 to 6 inches, like I said, high of 38 and a low of 24. On Friday, we're going to see a little bit of sunshine, high of 44, a low of 35. And then over the weekend, sunshine and in the 50s. And we're going to hit it up to 60 degrees on Monday with a little bit of rain. That's it for the weather, and now let's go over to entertainment news with Katie Crowley.
Come salsa dance this Friday at the Contemporary Art Center in downtown Peoria. There is a lesson from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. and then open dancing from 9:30 to midnight. There'll be a live DJ as well. It is $7 a person, and this event happens the first and third Friday of every month, so come check it out. The Peoria Riverfront Museum is hosting the series Speak Easy Saturday. Each Saturday for those of legal age, there is a presentation and a tasting on a specific beverage. On Saturday, March 12th from 2 to 4 p.m., they're presenting Brewing Beer in the River City Talk and Tasting. The presentation will discuss brewing good beer, and complimentary beer will be provided. It is $30 a person, and you can order tickets online at the Peoria Riverfront website. The Academy Awards ceremony was this past Sunday, and this year's fashion highs and lows were no disappointment. A particular unique look was worn by model and actress Liberty Ross. She re-wore her wedding dress at the Vanity Fair Oscars party. She styled the stunning satin gown differently this time, wearing one of her straps off her shoulders, and pulled her hair into a sophisticated ponytail. Her statement earrings and rings, along with her black clutch, dressed up the look, as compared to her wedding day when she walked barefoot and her hair was carefree and down. For both events, she looked absolutely fabulous. The horror flick, The Witch, was released this past week. The film was full of suspense, betrayal, and extremely haunting score. The movie surrounds a banished family living in the 1630 New England. When the family's youngest son vanishes mysteriously into the woods, their bonds and faith are tested. The Witch had a great review from renowned horror lovers, including Stephen King, who said it was one of the scariest films he'd seen. It was unlike many horror films produced today. The movie had a little gore, a riveting storyline following the development of the oldest daughter, and most of the horror came from the building suspense as her family turned against her. The disclaimer at the EBD revealed that the movie was based off a series of diary entries, letters, and historical facts from the time, which left me with goosebumps. If you're in the mood for a good horror film, The Witch is a movie to see.
Well, thank you, Katie, for that. Now, we talked about the Oscars, so obviously we have to bring up Leo's big win.
He finally won. But did you have a personal favorite movie for this Oscar season?
I loved Spotlight.
Oh, well, then it won. Lucky you. I know my personal favorite was Room. I don't know about
I agree. I loved Room.
Most definitely.
So well
It was a
done.
really solid set of movies for the Oscars this year.
Congratulations to Brie Larson, too. On her win for The
Phenomenal
Room.
work, yeah. Up next, Aaron takes us up for some ice cream in this week's Around Town.
And we'll have tennis highlights. We'll be right back.
Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back to BUTV News. We have Officer Haynes with us tonight. He's the Crime Prevention Officer for the Bradley University. Welcome. Thank you for coming in tonight. So this is a new position to the Bradley Police Department. Could you tell me a little more about your position?
Sure. It started in around the first of the year, right around the 1st of January, and I was placed in the position. My position entails community outreach, and I'm kind of building the position right now, and I'm trying to build it into a position of education so I can educate the public. When I say the public, I mean the students, the faculty, staff, things like that.
So how can the students utilize you?
Well, there's a lot of different ways they can utilize me. Some ways that I've done so far is I've gone into some different organizations throughout the campus, and I've given presentations on safety, risk management, things like that.
Do you attend Late Night BU?
Yeah,
What are your feelings about Late Night BU?
It's great. It's a great program. I know that our interaction with the police department, we're trying to get a better participation level. We did Coffee with a Cop for several of the Late Night BU events, and we didn't get a lot of cooperation. So we're trying to get a little bit more interactive with that. This last one we did what's called beer goggles or reception goggles. So the students got to see, or the participants got to see the effects of alcohol without having alcohol in their system. So they could put on the goggles. And we had a really good turnout for that. It's a lot of participation.
Sounds like a great program. Is there any other way students can interact with you, a way to get to know you?
Sure. I am available 24/7. I can come to your location. You can come to my location as a police department. I'm a liaison between the police department and the university. I'm in a lot of different classes throughout the university as well. I'm working with Dr. Keister in Westlake with her early education program. And my email is nhaynes@fsmail.
Great. Is there anything that you would like students to be aware of on Bradley's campus?
Just know that the police department is there for their safety and their help. We are available 24/7. We have a fully staffed police department. Also, the different programs we hold, the Hilltop Cruiser, Hilltop Shuttle, and also the walking patrol. So if there's ever any issues or they need help, to call us at 677-2000. We'll be there immediately to help them.
Great. And lastly, could you tell us why you love Bradley and why you chose to work here?
Well, in 2013, I was stationed here. I was actually in the Army. I was the ROTC instructor, the professor of military science. And it just felt like a very good fit for me at the time. When I retired from the Army, the police department was actually testing, and I felt like the Bradley community was a very good home for me to work at, and it's been nothing but a great experience from then on out. So.
Well, we're happy you're here. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Peyton?
Campus Town has a new hotspot for Bradley students to enjoy frozen treats and grilled sandwiches. Let's check it out with Aaron Morden this week's Around Town.
I'm Aaron Morden. For About Town this week, I'm at Little Raven Creamery, an ice cream and grilled cheese sandwich restaurant where Sweet Cece's used to be. We're going to go inside and check it out. Little Raven Creamery opened their doors recently to the public. Owner Meredith Mitchell talks about the unexpectedly warm welcome from the Peoria community.
This is supposed to be a soft opening. I wasn't expecting the first weekend to have lines out the door and all that. I actually had to triple my staff in the first week of business.
The menu of the restaurant is a combination of ice cream and grilled cheese sandwiches. Meredith talks about why she chose this type of menu, as well as some of the specials that Little Raven offers.
Well, I think that everyone likes grilled cheese and ice cream, and I was trying to think of a concept that would span over all seasons. It's a dessert place, but it's also a lunch place, so I just thought that it would appeal to a lot of different people. Then we have our now famous cake shakes, which we bake cupcakes in-house, frost them, and you choose your cupcake and we put it in the bottom of the cup. So far, the red velvet cake shake with vanilla ice cream is the most popular.
The interior of the restaurant is quite different than most in Peoria. Meredith talked about what the theme means to her.
I would describe the theme as vintage industrial. Maybe steampunk, if people know what that is. That's just my style.
On weekdays, the restaurant is open from 11 to 2, and then from 5 to 9, and then on weekends, they're open from 11 to 9. For BUTV News, I'm Aaron Morden, signing off.
Next, we have tennis highlights with Amanda.
And later, an update on some upcoming events. Stay with us.
It's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
So we've been hearing some good things about the women's golf team.
Yes.
We could say they're in full swing.
Yes, you could. Well, after a couple losses, after on the road, the Bradley women's tennis team returned home this weekend to sweep Western Illinois. The Lady Braves hosted the Leathernecks this past Friday at the clubs at River City North. Bradley's only loss was a 6-3 decision at number 2 singles. A standout performance by Bradley sophomore Alejandra De Lasa, winning at both doubles and singles, led the Braves to a 7-0 sweep. The tennis team had a rough loss in their visit to Iowa on Saturday. They will continue their 10-game stretch at Dayton on Friday, March 4th at 4 p.m. Well, Bradley wants to welcome Carol Price-Tork as its new head volleyball coach. Price-Tork joins us from Arkansas, where she was the associate head coach and recruiting coordinator with the Razorbacks for the last 4 of 8 seasons. In her time there, she helped Razorbacks to an NCAA tournament bid for both 2012 and 2013. We are excited to see what she has in store for Bradley. This week, Bradley's senior Jenna Roadley of the women's golf team was named the Missouri Valley Conference Golfer of the Week. Roadley tied for 3rd overall when she turned in her lowest 54-hole total of her career and helped the team to tie at 5th overall in the Amelia Island Intercollegiate. She is receiving this honor for the first time. Congratulations, Jenna.
Well, it's exciting to hear that we have a new volleyball coach. Maybe we can help get some good wins, and the fact that she had an NCAA tournament under her belt, I think that sounds pretty good coming up for Bradley.
Very successful.
All right, well, coming up next, we've got campus events for the next week.
And our weekly musical guest to end the show. We'll be right back.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
La 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 la, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No, now.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Now let's take a look at some upcoming BU events. The BU Theater Department has performances of The Seagull this weekend. Performances are Thursday through Saturday at 8 p.m. and Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Students can get tickets for $5. ACBU is hosting Speak Like a Girl Sunday evening at 7 p.m. The event hosts a slam poet interactive duo in Marty Theater. Well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Peyton McDermott.
I'm Amanda Filio.
I'm Katie Crowley.
And I'm Jackie Myers. We leave you tonight with a performance from Josiah Williams. Have a great night.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Josiah Williams, and I came to praise God, and we're gonna let it ride. Thank you, BUTV, for allowing me to be here. I hope you enjoy this song. Check it. Yo, I drive myself crazy thinking about you and I growing love and taking you out. Long walks and late nights sitting under stars, wiping that fine sand from under your arms. The problem is I don't know how to love, not the way you need it. I've got an issue with my eyes and I barely see it. Blind walking towards heaven, trying to take you with me, and I'm backtracking every time you're not around. Yes, I have a past, I just want it distant. I don't want to reflect and feel like I'm reminiscing. Sick of feeling sorry on this mission, feeling I can barely travel. I'm weak at what I am, and that's every man's battle. I fall to my desires of the flesh, and I avoid the problems that are prior to the rest. Clearing out my mind well before my time's through. Gotta get right with God before I get right with you. So I'ma be gone for a minute, just gone for a minute, I'm gone. I'll only be gone for a minute, I'm gone for a minute, just gone for a minute, I'm gone. I'll only be gone for a minute, I'll only be gone for a minute, gone for a minute. I'll only be gone for a minute, gone for a minute, gone for a minute. Yeah. Yo, I remember your commitment when I wasn't ready, when I had nothing to give and you thought it was plenty. And I remember the first letter you sent me, it said we can fly to wherever you want to catch me. I know your eyes are light brown and your heart's red, but I bet your mind's blue from being mind-fed. All of my excuses and lies, I should move to the side, cause when you look at it for real, it's abuse in disguise. I'm ashamed cause I had a revelation. I've been roughing in a bunch of temptations, and it's crazy cause you never lost patience, and you still believe we're guaranteed for greatness. You're the mother of a child that we talk about, not even conceived, but it's funny, you thought it out, we're physically purified, trying to be mental. Christ in my life is my credential, so I'll be gone for a minute, just gone for a minute, I'm gone. I'll only be gone for a minute, just gone for a minute, gone for a minute, I'm gone. I'll only be gone for a minute, I'll only be gone for a minute, gone for a minute. I'll only be gone for a minute, gone for a minute, gone for a minute. Yo, true story. I'm not afraid of commitment, I just don't want to fail. To be on the water and never know how to sail. To promise a love that I don't know how to keep. To tell you I'm strong and finding out that I'm weak. I look in your eyes and see those grains in the sand. I turn away from your gaze and I forget I'm a man. I confess, I'd rather pay the price than tell you later on and break your heart twice. I believe in trust, God. I believe in trust, God. Much better than myself. Much better than myself. And every day I thank God, for granting me the help Grace over wealth. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Deep pain, just a little. But I just want Christ to be sitting in the middle. Perfect is unachievable, but I'ma get close. It's love's words, and I'm glad that I spoke. And now I'll be gone for a minute, gone for a minute. I'll only be gone for a minute, gone for a minute, gone for a minute. Yeah, I'll only be gone for a minute, just gone for a minute, gone for a minute. I'll only be gone for a minute, gone for a minute, gone for a minute. I'll only be gone for a minute. Thank you.